All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jason Ward here, Ward's Way to Fitness. Rocking another workout today. Feeling a little beat up today. Tough workout yesterday. So today's going to be a little bit more of a recovery style for me. This will be structured in such a way that if you wanted to push yourself, you could still go for broke and try to get a lot more reps in, or try to increase the intensity somehow. That will be entirely up to you. We're going to throw 30 seconds of cardio in between each of the movements that I'm going to do. We're looking at more carry type movements today. So if you have the space, you maybe want to do this outside, you could. You could then walk your kettlebell distances. I'm going to be doing some isometric holds for various different carry styles, and I want to probably do like between 20 and 30 minutes of 30-second intervals. So we'll do 30-second skip, then we're going to do an overhead hold, 30-second skip, overhead hold on the other side, and cycle through with some rack holds as well, and we'll do some farmer's holds. The whole time the goal is to keep the core nice and tight, keep the shoulders set, and focus on the quality of the isometric. So we want to try to keep the body braced and upright, resisting against wherever the weight is trying to pull us. I'm going to be using my 50-pound kettlebell for that today, so it's not going to get too crazy. Again, my goal is to get some blood flow and still burn some calories today. Even though I'm feeling a little bit tired and a little bit beat up, I'm not going to skip hitting a workout of some kind. Just need to give my body some blood flow to help it recover so I can hit a harder workout tomorrow and then still be on point for our Throwdown Thursday come Thursday. So for our warm-up, we're going to do every minute on the minute, so at 40 seconds of each. We do 40 seconds of skipping, 40 seconds of ground to overhead, and I just want to repeat that 3 times so we get 6 minutes, right? So we get 3 of each in that block. All right, so let's get our clock set up and we'll get ourselves rolling. No, not the one I want. Interval timer. Do I have a 40-20 in here already? It would appear that I did not save it. All right. That's just fine. So, why would you go to landscape there? Ding and ding. All right, 40 on, 20 off, and 6 rounds. Here we go. So we'll alternate skipping, ground to overhead with the kettlebell. Take it nice and slow on those. As we move through, we want to make sure that we keep ourselves nice and tight. Grab that bell, bring it up to the chest, press it up overhead, bring it back to the floor. Find a good pace, keep the core tight. Just try to keep yourself moving for 40 seconds, okay? It's not meant to get super crazy, super aggressive. Same thing with the jump rope. If you have another means of cardio you would prefer to use for those 40 seconds, please feel free. You could do some high knees, butt kicks, burpees, jump squats. Really, the choice is yours. Whatever gets you moving, gets your heart rate up a little bit. Slide that over to the side a little bit here so I have some space for my jump rope. All right. So just 2 movements, easy warm up, 6 minutes, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds to recover between each set. Again, you don't have to get crazy with the pacing. We just want to get ourselves moving, get that heart rate up. So the goal is really just to promote some blood flow today. So the workout doesn't need to be crazy. The warm up doesn't need to be crazy. We're not trying to set any land speed records or anything. Jeez. I am feeling the struggle on the jump rope today. There we go. It's all about the rhythm. That is much louder than it needs to be. All right. And then those ground to overhead. Again, you don't need to get crazy with the speed. We just want to get The whole body moving. Get the heart rate up a little bit. Get the muscles primed. I want to do some overhead holds. So I want the shoulders warmed up. I want the lats warmed up. That core to be ready. What is going on? How? There we go. It seemed like somehow my jump rope had gotten tied around the bench. Oops. So where the intention is to be a slightly lower intensity for today's workout, if you would prefer, you can visit the YouTube channel, look through the workouts, and choose one that's a little bit higher intensity, a little bit more suited to what you'd like to do for today. As I said, my body needs a little recovery day today. Between the intensity of yesterday's training, the slight calorie deficit that I'm rocking right now to try to drop a few pounds, the body is not ready for peak performance. Also slept like shit. So all those factors are definitely making me want to slow down, but not stop today. It's the days when things are hard that it's most important to get the work done. So when you're the least motivated, it's when you have to rely on your discipline and your consistency to get you through. And that is not always easy, but most things in life are not easy. And the gym is just a small microcosm of that, reminding us that sometimes we gotta dig deep and figure out how to push through, Jesus, when we are not feeling things. Nope. She's a little heavy. Yeah. When shit doesn't want to cooperate. So it's really easy to mess up a ground overhead and put a little bit too much emphasis on the low back by hinging forward too far. We want to try to stay relatively upright, pull the bar, dumbbell or kettlebell straight up, and then press it up over the head. That's the ideal approach. For that movement. So we'll be hitting 30 seconds of jump rope or whatever cardio you happen to have available for yourself. Doesn't need to be super aggressive cardio. Again, it's there just to get the heart rate up, get you moving a little bit, not to crush you. But if you want a harder workout, you can certainly push the pace on those 30-second blocks of cardio to try to get the heart rate a little bit higher and burn a few extra calories. But the goal for me is just to get the blood flow, get the sweat so that the body can recover from yesterday's workout, not so much to set any sort of records for today. And I'm going to be alternating through a few different carry complexes as I move through. So we'll start with an overhead carry. We'll do that on both sides, and we're going to do a rack. I shouldn't say carry, hold. We're going to be standing in one spot, keeping the core tight. We want to get that arm straight up so the elbow lines up with the ear. So we don't want the bell to be moving too far away from the midline, and we don't want to be hugging the elbow right into the ear, because then you tend to lift the trap up. We want to keep the shoulders locked down and back as we're holding that weight overhead. Okay, that's number one. We'll do both sides with 30 seconds of skipping in between each one. Then we're going to move into a rack hold. So you want to get the fist right underneath of the chin. The elbow should be just in front of the bell, so we don't want it pointed straight down. We want it just ahead of the bell. And the bell's going to rest right in the crook of the arm here. If you were using a dumbbell for this, try to point the elbow a little bit more straight ahead and rest the dumbbell right on the shoulder. Okay, you can do the overhead hold in exactly the same way you would with the kettlebell. Then our third one, after we finish both arms with our cardio in between each one, is going to be dumbbell or kettlebell at our side in a farmer's hold position, trying not to lean in either direction. So core stays tight, shoulder stays set, and we're trying to stay in a nice stable position. All of these moves are going to challenge your grip, your shoulders, your traps to hold the weight in place. And then the cardio is there to get the heart rate up, to make you have to continue to breathe effectively to keep the heart rate down as you move through the workout. So the more aggressively you hit your cardio intervals, the harder this workout's going to be, and the harder it's going to be to maintain good tension through your core and shoulders as you hold each of those different carry positions. So again, if you have the space and you want to go and actually walk with your kettlebell or your dumbbell, that will make this a little bit more of a carry complex instead of an isometric holding complex, as I will be doing here today. All right, so, oops, not what I meant to do. There we go. So we're going to hit 30 minutes of 30 on, 30 off. There we go. So that should give us, is that 5 rounds of each of the holds for each arm, and 15 minutes of total cardio time in the workout as well. Excuse me. So there's no transition, right? So you want to move as quickly as you can from your jump rope back to your hold, and then back to the jump rope after you finish the hold, and vice versa. So we're going to try to be moving between those two movements relatively quickly. I'll probably cut the cardio a little bit short because I'm more interested in maximizing the holds for myself. But if you'd like a little bit more cardio, you could cut the holds a little bit short to try to maximize the cardio instead. Choice is really yours. Make the workout your own. And we're going to start with our cardio. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Any cardio will do. Again, I will be doing some jump rope. I may increase the intensity as this workout goes on. Try to hit some double unders if I'm feeling good as the workout goes. But the key is just to get into a nice groove as you move through these movements and keep yourself moving throughout the entire process. If you have limited space, you could always do a little bit of shuffling with your hold, so it doesn't need to be stationary. So if you want to just kind of like wander around your space a little bit, keeping the core nice and tight, shoulders set as we're moving with that weight. The goal is really to pay more attention to what the core is experiencing, what the shoulders are experiencing as we hold that weight overhead. And back to our cardio. Oops. the left arm next. Again, keep that shoulder locked in, core nice and tight. So we're trying not to lean as we hold that weight overhead. And again, pacing is optional. It does increase the challenge because every time you move, your core and your shoulders have to compensate to keep that bell in a nice stable position overhead. All right, and back to our cardio. Whoa. This is the kind of workout that if we're watching our heart rate reports, that we should be staying in a nice high green, low yellow type of range on the my zone. So that's like 75 to low 80s% of your maximum heart rate. That's what I would be trying to shoot for heart rate wise. Again, meant to promote recovery, not to crush you. That's not the goal with this workout today. If that is what you'd like to accomplish, yesterday's workout would probably be better for that. Or one of the Throwdown Thursday workouts I posted to YouTube. So those double unders are feeling pretty good today, actually. Almost better than the singles, which is always sort of ironic to me because single unders should be easier, but often I find on some days at least that doubles almost feel easier than singles. Brief moment there, I thought my mic was going to come off the back of me. So farmers, keeping it at your side. Again, try not to lean, right? Keep everything in nice and tight so we hold on to that bell. Cardio. So at this point, you should be settling into a decent intensity. So hard, but not too hard. Something that's challenging you, but not crushing you. Core nice and tight. Keep those shoulders set as we move. Again, if you don't have the space to move, you can always just stay stationary. Try not to let the bell rest against your body. With the farmers, it's a common error I see with this movement. People really like to hold the bell right into their side, which limits the activation through the upper body and actually makes that movement less efficient for what we're trying to accomplish, right? It makes the movement more efficient in that you'll be able to hold on to that position a lot longer. but it's less efficient for muscle activation, which means less results. And that's not what we want. It's a pretty fast-paced workout. Not a lot of downtime, which is why I said you want to try to keep the heart rate relatively consistent and a little bit lower than we have been pushing in some of the workouts lately. Because the goal is not to crush it. It is to settle into a nice intensity. You should be able to carry on a conversation. That's the ideal intensity for today's workout. It's part of why I keep trying to talk, to make sure I'm not pushing myself too hard. Oops. Excuse me. Kind of been subscribing to the David Goggins mentality of late. No music while you work out. In his words, music makes you weak. Gives you something to feed off of. That is not your own mental energy and resolve. I kind of get where he's coming from. Sometimes I find the music kind of distracting, to be honest. That's why I don't always lift to music. Sometimes it's nice, though. Other side of the coin is, if I have music, then YouTube gives me a warning saying that my video is copyright. Not that that matters right now, as I'm not at a subscriber level that's high enough to actually make me any ad revenue. But thinking about shifting to 1 minute intervals of each instead of 30 seconds. Maybe I'll switch to that for the end game here. Be less total sets, but same total volume, and give me a little bit more time to play around in transitions. Also feel like I could hold those holds for a much longer period of time than I have been, so. Consistent pace is the name of the game today. So you should feel rejuvenated at the end of a workout like this instead of absolutely destroyed. You can definitely come in and just crush workouts sometimes. If you're trying to always crush workouts, you're just going to wind up crushing yourself and wind up in a hole where you can't recover from what you're doing. Oh, Jesus, come on. And that is not where any of us want to be. you're not recovering, you're not making progress. If you're not making progress, what are you doing? Progress is king. Whatever it takes to make more progress, that's what we do. I'm definitely feeling the core a touch from yesterday's workouts. That's a good sign. Lats a bit too. All right, so, whoa. Let's switch to 1 minute rounds instead of 30 seconds. Oops. So you can feel free to keep alternating the 30-second rounds if you want. I'm going to push it up to a minute. Just definitely going to make my feet hate me, I can tell. All right. Make sure we're nice and stable. Those 1 minute holds. There we go. Now I'm feeling that challenge. Shoulders, grip, core, all of it. So unless my math is wrong, should be able to hit 2 more rounds of each before our time is up. Might be one per side, to be honest, but I'm actually like really feeling my right shoulder from that last round of overhead holds there. It's not often, and my arm is a limiting factor in my skipping. 15 seconds. Whoops. Holds are just a great way to improve isometric strength and stability. Hit another 30 seconds here. I think I might have been better served with 45 seconds on and 15 seconds off for each movement. All right. More cardio time. Mike really doesn't love the jump rope. Oh, come on. Okay. It's really easy to get frustrated in that second when things aren't going quite the way you want them to. But rather than letting that affect you, just deep breath, reset, get back to work. Rack holds are always deceptive. Look like they should be pretty easy, feel like they're going to be pretty easy. As the time rolls on, it starts to add up. You feel the shoulders getting tighter, feel that core wanting to lean to try to compensate. You got to fight, keep yourself tight. Brace, make every second count. Come on. There we go. Not really sure. Oh, come on. Why the mic was coming off during the rack hold. But it's okay. Sometimes you just got to get out of your own head. Get in your own way more often than not, particularly if you let frustration, anger, rage, those kind of things fuel your workouts. I prefer to try to use calm, peace, like a Jedi. Keep your breathing steady. And really focus on a sense of tranquility more so than more aggressive emotions. You can often use aggression to help fuel you through tougher workouts for sure. But they also tend to come at a cost. You tend to start to sacrifice form in exchange for that ragey, powerful feeling. And again, there's a time and a place where that might serve you. But in most of your workouts, you should be trying to keep your mind centered, keep yourself balanced. Deep breaths. Really trying to focus on what you're doing with the movement. What is the goal of what you're doing? When you keep your eyes on the prize, focused on the goal, you get better results. You get better progress. Workouts can be more fun, more engaging, and just superior in about every possible way. So we have 2 more each, of our farmer's carries, and 1 more each of our other carries, and then we're done. hardest part is not to let yourself start to relax with the carries. As you fatigue, I can feel this really pulling on my bicep here. Like, it's just a little bit uncomfortable, but that's good. Discomfort is where the magic happens. That's where we get our results. If it doesn't feel like it's about to rip your arm out, are you even working? Not going to be able to jump rope with it tangled around itself like that. Come on. There we go. That's why I hate throwing it on the floor. Although, not going to lie, kind of a welcome break. Might push into some double unders right now. Five seconds. All right. Feeling good? Starting to feel more and more fatigue through my entire body now. A good sweat going, so that's a good sign. Probably need to give my wrists a good stretch after this. Between the jump rope and the carries, the grip is definitely taking some abuse. Whoops. Let me just move that over this way, see if that helps. Yep, that's much better. Oh. I apparently still can't skip though. It's okay, it's okay. I got this. Nope. I'm not sure where the fatigue is the worst right now. Actually feel like the movement might be making this a little bit easier. Yeah, not really. That fatigue is building. It's all right. Oh boy. Thinking I might have miscalculated a little bit. Whoops. Oops. I might. Oh my God. Have to bypass some of the cardio to get some more carry or hold time, or add some extra time at the end to finish my carries. Math switching to the single minute for each side did not add up as I thought it would. That's what I get for changing my mind in the middle of a workout. It's all right. Means I get more challenge in the more challenging ranges here anyway. But we've got 2 minutes left. So I just want to get both of my other arms done here. I'm pretty happy with the cardio output of today's workout. I'm just going to make my way through the carries now. This is exactly the kind of workout I needed today. Feeling sort of almost activated, rejuvenated, if you will. Like I have more energy leaving the workout than I had coming into it, which was exactly my goal. Get some blood flow, get the body feeling good. And I forgot it won't do the last 30 seconds. That's okay. I'll just approximate said 30 seconds. Wait until my biceps burning a little bit. And then call it there. All right, that's probably good. There you go. And that's what a recovery workout looks like. It's not easy. It's not hard. It's just that nice level of challenge where you feel like you did something, but you don't feel crushed by what you did. And that's just one of the tools that should be in your toolbox when you're putting together your workout programs. You don't want every workout to leave you feeling like you can't get up off the floor. It's great to do those workouts once in a while, but those should be challenge workouts. That shouldn't be an every time you go to the gym kind of workout. Sometimes you got to scale yourself back, give your body a chance to recover by providing with a little bit more blood flow. So you don't have to do a workout like this to do that. You could go outside and go for a walk instead. There's lots of options. You don't have to feel restricted to any one particular training methodology or modality. It doesn't even need to be like structured exercise. Sometimes you just want to go play. Sometimes those are my favorite workouts, to be honest. Like just going out and enjoying myself, not having any structure, just kind of like playing around with some movements, maybe doing some rope, whatever. You just want to give your body a chance to marshal the resources in order to be able to recover from what you've been doing, instead of burying yourself in a hole every time you go into the gym trying to be better or do more than you did last time. Not every workout can be that way. So these kind of workouts, this is what helps us to recover so that we can continue to make progress on those harder style workouts that we often want to do just a little bit more. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. You can find me on Instagram at Ward's Way to Fitness, on Twitter at WW2Fitness. I will put those links in the comments section down below, and you guys can give me a follow on both of those platforms. That'd be great. If we're watching this on the YouTube, thanks for watching the replay. If you've been watching the live stream, thanks for being here. And I will check you guys tomorrow, once again, at 5:30. Have a great night.